Welcome back to the channel, welcome to the video. I'm not working on the car at this present moment, but I needed to give you an update. Last time you saw me and Harper, who's actually here at the moment, we went to go and view a property in Sheikh Quiche. The property, actually, when we drove all the way back, the issue that we had was it was about 40 minutes away from where I currently live now. And that's just is too far. When it comes to school trips and stuff like that, I really love the property, but it would mean too much travel between time-wise. It's too long to drop the kids at school. Bus-wise, it's just too long. Anyway, that's not the reason for my delay or lack of video, but I'll get into that. First, I actually went downstairs probably about a week ago to try and actually do some work on the car. So I'm going to cut to that. I did some work on the Audi, trying to stop the misfire. So I'll put that in there now. So you'll see where I got. And people, welcome back. I am making the most of a quick 20 minutes that I've got. And I'm running down to fit something that's just arrived. And that is, you'll be pleased to know, new spark plugs for my S4. So off camera, do apologise. I was like, well, one of the things I haven't done, I've changed everything on this, and it's obviously running like a bag of dicks. I got the new piece through for the injector. Let me just show you that. So this is the old piece, and this is actually a new injector I've got. I wanted to test it out, see if it was actually working when I turned it over. But I don't have an extra person to turn over. So before I do that, I can actually just put them directly onto, where is the thing? No, you can't even focus on it, there we go. On those pins. So I can actually just put these, and I just left it like this so I knew which way round the wires went. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them directly on the pins just to make sure that actually works. But what I did notice previously is, like I said, I've changed everything else, but I haven't changed the spark plugs, and so I took them out. Look at these. I'll show you these just down here. Like this, so you could see kind of the order. Well, I could see the order they went in, but look at that bad boy. Maybe I think it's running a bit rich. And this one's obviously had some water in. Look at that. So they're all a bit shitty. But this is the two that were supposed to be not firing properly. And yeah, you can kind of see why. But I'm tempted. An issue I had previously was this happening, it coking up on the 5th and 6th cylinder, and it generally, if you look at all of the plugs, they're quite black, so it's running quite rich. So I want to see, I want to map it, I want to get it mapped, because it's always run rich since I put that map on it. So I'm just gonna see, I might put it back to stock mapping, but I don't know how to do that. I want to see if I can if anyone's got an S4, anyone's watching this that does have an S4, let me know if I can just swap out the ECU with a stock one without any coding, so I could just buy a stock one on eBay and just trade it, like swap them out, and if that will work, or if there's a better way of doing that. But either way, I want to change the plugs. The plugs needed changing. That's the only thing that hasn't been then changed on the general serviceable items. So let's get them in and see. I've got them, new ones here. So let's get them in and see if that at least cures the running on fucking 6 cylinders, 7 cylinders, whatever, not running right. So let me test it out. I'll do this. So that's the spark plugs in. I'll just whack it in the coil packs on top of those, just give them a quick wipe off, then I'll put the connectors back in, and then we'll see if it fires up. Pray for me. Right, that is all of those back on. I'll tell you what, one side of those is a bigger, much more, it's a pain in the arse, basically this side. It always seems to be a pain in the arse for everything, like everything. Like obviously that clip's fucked, that needs to be pushed back together properly, like it's just a pain in the arse. So this side is generally a pain in the arse, but this just gets in the way, it always gets in the way. Anyway, oh yeah, much easier if you take the dipstick out. How's the oil? It's just above minimum. Could do it some more, it could do it with the top up, obviously. Right, but it's fine, let's start. Let's go. See, one, if this works. And two, oh fuck's sakes. Should we get in? Should we stay out here? Let's stay out here. Let's check there. Always good to check, although it's not been in gear, so just good to check in general. Ready? She's a bit lumpy still, but she's less lumpy than she was. No, she's not. Let's have a look at the engine. Better open the door a little bit, otherwise I'll die. Let's check it out. Still lumpy, but again, I think that's got to be vacuum related. Oh shit, she made a noise. She made a noise. No, it's lumpy again. It seemed to settle down. It seemed to just not want to fire properly. I could try and I've got a spare injector. I could quickly try and change that one out, swap it over, see if there's an injector fault on that, on this one, see if that makes a difference. I might do that quickly. Let's do that quickly and see if that makes any difference. It's a quick thing, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'll try that. Well, I've swapped over the injector. I've no idea if that's going to make any difference, but I'll give it a go and see if it makes any other terrible noises that are scaring me. Uh-oh. I'm running low on fuel as well. I'm still hunting. Still definitely misfiring, I can tell. It's not just... See that lumpiness? Alright. Fuck's sakes. So it's still running like shite. I've changed over the plugs. I was hoping that would be the win, to be honest, because they notoriously are shite. But it's still running on a lack of 8 cylinders. I've swapped over the injector wiring. I could do a testing that to make sure I'm getting the right voltage at each one, but I equally need to also now make sure that I'm still getting the same fault codes. And I need to, for some reason, it only works on an Android phone, so I need to wait until one of the children are here so I can steal their phone and do that, probably Zach. Yeah, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I'm a bit kind of bummed. I'll try and do some research for working out where all these vacuum lines go as well, so at least I can make sure there's no vacuum leaks there. But at the same time, it's not quite the same as it's an NA motor, so it might run a little bit lumpy, but not to this sort of degree. So I need to run the fault codes, basically. That's the next step. So I've had my 20-minute little break, so I'm going to go and get myself a coffee and contemplate my next moves and see if I can find out where I can get these schematics for the vacuum lines to at least rule that out, do that, and then later I'll run the fault codes. One of my frustrations is I can hear a slight, not a constant knock, but after a bit, once I've started it, it goes like that, and I'm a bit like, fuck's sakes, what's that noise? Fuck's sakes. But fault code first, and then I'll deal with the rest as it happens, I suppose. Anyway, this is just cars, innit? I'm going to end it on a bummed note, because it's just one of those things where you're like, I just wish it would, I wish it was like the simple, I wish it was spark plugs. I did that, changed spark plugs, and then whoop, it worked perfectly. But does that ever happen? No. Whatever, I'm having a coffee. And now you're back to me in the future, or the present, or you here now. So yeah, I tried to do all that stuff on the Audi. I tried to replace the injector. I still got issues there. I bought a brand new multimeter and I've got no idea where it is, but I need that because I want to work out whether it's actually getting power to there or if it's an issue with just, I don't know. So I need to scan it as well, but I need to work back on that. So that's a thing that I need to do. And we had a spell of good weather at the weekend and I really wanted to get out and piss around on the go-karts, but I couldn't. Why? I'll explain. We're supposed to be traveling to my sister's wedding in Thailand. My sister lives in Bangkok. Next Thursday. Now this has been planned for about 2 years now. It was supposed to happen in 2020. It's 2020 this was supposed to happen. It's now 2022. You can do the maths, you understand that. We were all ready, all prepared, so we thought, and then we checked the kids' passports. Yes, so you have to have at least 6 months on a passport to travel to most countries nowadays. Literally most countries. France to England, same thing. There isn't that. There wasn't that. So we applied for passports. We tried to get them back in time. We have no updates. They're there. We haven't got anything back. Nothing. The time is getting closer. We leave in about a week's time. In 8 days' time, we are supposed to be traveling and we do not have passports for the children. Can you imagine the stress? And the journey isn't just that simple. We have to travel from here in France all the way back to the UK via the Channel Tunnel, get a plane with probably the worst rated airline in the world. No one's even heard of them. Have you heard of Scooter Airlines? No, I haven't either. They're rated 1.5 stars on TripAdvisor or whatever it's called, Trust Rate. They're not very good. So we have all that to come. Hopefully, right now we're praying for a 1.5 star trip purely because we haven't got any of this stuff sorted. So Philly is going to the embassy tomorrow in Paris. And just to let you know, if you know where I live, it is nowhere near Paris. So yes, it is rather stressful. And this has been consuming all of our attention and all of our time. So yeah, bear with me there. But what I wanted to tell you is hopefully by tomorrow we will have these emergency travel documents, and then hopefully I can apply for some Thai passes so we're allowed in the country, and hopefully then I can take you on the journey to Thailand with me. That's the aim, if I make it that far. You can tell right now that it's a rather stressful situation. I would love to be doing more on the cars. I would love to pay more attention to it. But right now I would just love not to feel like I have a ball of stress within me, which is what I have. So hopefully, as soon as we can get this stuff sorted, hopefully the next video you will be seeing will be from Thailand. We're there, hopefully. I'm going to say that many more times because I'm crossing my fingers. We are there for 2 weeks, plus, no, 2 weeks. And so, yeah, hopefully you should have some content from there that I will share with you. And we're very much looking forward to it, aren't we, Harper? Yeah. If we can make it there. So we will share, I will share whatever the journey looks like, whether it's good or bad, and then hopefully some beautiful trip experiences. I just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know the progress of what happens after the last video, a bit of updates of the tiny bits of things that I've been trying to get done in between the immense pressure and stress of life right now. I need this holiday, we all need this holiday, so please pray for me. I'm not a religious man, but maybe it will help. And anyway, I know it was quick, I know it was random, but I wanted to update you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.